Greetings all, Vanny here for Leo's weekend message. Leo, I hope you guys had a wonderful week and you're going to have a nice, relaxing, or productive weekend, whatever it is you want to do. The first two cards that came out for you are, let me make sure I'm covering this up right, the Three of Cauldrons and the Page of Shields. The Three of Cauldrons speaks of working with friends and sharing in inspiration and connection. The beam of light above them is the Alwyn, the representation of the goddess Caradwyn's divine inspiration, connection, and illumination. Actually, the woman here, or the little girl here, I often refer to as Caradwyn herself. She's sitting here contemplating on everything that she has worked for, everything that she has acquired in this earthly realm, and really valuing and tossing up the relationship between herself and the world around her. Like, what is it she truly needs? What is it she truly wants? And it's interesting that this card comes out with our oracle today, because the trees behind them over here remind me so much of a certain card in this other deck, and I'm very interested to see if it comes out. But the complete contrast of when she is by herself, the world is dark and grim. And so while she has gold, while she has security and protection, the rest of the world around her is so dim. And yet over here, surrounded by friendship, surrounded by love, the world is so beautiful. Water and life is flowing and vibrant. You have connection and awareness. And yes, there is shadow. There will always be shadow and darkness, but that is pulling us out of an isolation, perhaps. Okay, the Two of Shields in reverse. Indecision or imbalance, instability in the physical world, in our everyday lives. Too much going on for one person to handle or understand. And that is something that we do to ourselves very often, Leo. We take on too much burden. We take on too much responsibility. And it leads to all this upset where we can't put everything that we have into everything that we need. The wolf behind him is asking you to be discerning. What is it you really need to do? What is it you really want to do? And remember, you have connection over here with the Three of Cauldrons. There are people who could, if you reach out to them, give you support and guidance. And perhaps you need support in different ways than you're aware of, because a lot of us cut ourselves off from the thought of receiving help because we, for some reason, think that that makes us weak. We think that that makes us we're not strong enough, or that we're vulnerable or less than or somehow wrong or incomplete. No, my love. None of us were meant to walk this road alone. None of us were meant to take on the entire burden of this world onto our shoulders. You have the Phoenix of Transformation coming through. And if you know anything about me personally, you know I love to see a phoenix. Because much like springtime itself, we are moving into new beginnings. I was on a walk with my mom, I believe yesterday, and we saw the first daffodil of spring, and I got so happy because daffodils are new beginnings. That's what they mean in the floral world. That's what they mean in the metaphysical world. This flower, this beautiful yellow bell-shaped flower, is the symbol of new beginnings. So if that is coming up in your life, pay attention to it, my love. Because there is so much connection and awareness. The elves, playfulness, enjoy life again. Get back to the childlike energy and not this wounded inner child where we have to feel like we have to protect ourselves and hang on to everything that we've had. There is no big bad wolf in these woods. You have the standing stones of passage that have come out for you. There is going to be a journey that you go on. But I found it very interesting. I've gotten this card several times in both personal and readings like this, but I've never noticed there's somewhat of a face in the sky watching over you. And I love that, because similar to the wolf standing behind the man in the Two of Shields and the three women in the Three of Cauldrons, it's further proof that you are not alone. The fairies are dancing around this woman as she's looking at the sky, looking at that beautiful starlight, and asking her to be playful, asking her to step into their joy and their energy. Because we get too serious, Leo. We get too focused on the things that we have to do every single day that we lose sight of happiness. I want you to do something that makes you happy simply because it makes you happy. You have the reflecting pool of stillness, and I just saw 555. And that is 3-3, so that's more number synchronicities. I don't see any more off the bat. But there has to be a change, so take time to reflect upon where we've come from. It's very similar to the Page of Shields here, how she's looking down, almost looking at her own reflection in that gold, in that coin. You are so much more than the struggles that we have, that you have bared, that have tried to destroy you. None of them have, for a reason, because you are too strong, because you are too powerful, Leo. And I never want you to doubt your fear or your... I never want you to give into your fear and doubt your worth. The bee spirit of prosperity has come out for you here to, like, show you your work. It's going to provide for you. It's going to share with you in more than just physical means, because I'm very drawn to the ring there. So this, what you are working on with these other people, when you're trying to bring more balance into your life, it is going to bring more than just financial stability, because this, I cannot draw my eyes away from this ring. It will bring love. And this could be you marrying yourself to a new idea of life, you rediscovering yourself and loving who that is, or maybe someone will come in to walk beside you, to share in this burden of life and show you you have always been worthy of love, even when the rest of the world isolated you and made you feel like you had to choose between yourself and people around you. If people are saying that ultimatum, then that's it. That's just it. You don't need them, because you shouldn't have to meet a quota or a standard of whatever the fuck to receive someone's love. It should just be, I love your energy. I love your vibe. I would love it if you were around me in my life. Leo, that journey is very difficult, and it will require healing. It will require you shifting in mindset and accepting help. That, I feel, is the biggest thing that will be your challenge, Leo, is accepting help. Don't push away Spirit's blessings in the forms of people, opportunities, and adventures, because there's so much beautiful world still to see. Have a beautiful day, Leo.